We're going to start today's video about my JAWS collectibles with the Trick or Treat Studios JAWS mask that hangs from my wall and reminds me every day to never go in the water. Hi friends, Stephanie here, and I'm back with more movie chatter. And what I have for you today, as you could probably tell from my thumbnail and my little intro video, is my entire collection of JAWS movies, memorabilia, collectibles, the mask, books, all kinds of things, and I hope you enjoy these kind of videos because I have fun doing them. Now, there are certain movies that I collect for, favorite movies, and JAWS happens to be one of them, and so I figured you might want to see what kind of JAWS goodies I've collected over the years, and I'm still looking for things, so hopefully I will continue to find things. And the first item I have here is a widescreen edition of JAWS on VHS, and I remember renting this from the video store so many times. This is still sealed, but it has the great packaging, and it has the Panic at the Beach scene, and I love having this in the collection, and I love displaying it with the rest of my JAWS memorabilia. So the VHS is the first item I have. Now we're going to get into some DVDs, and this is the 25th anniversary. I apologize if there's weird glare. Here you can see me. Hi. This is the 25th anniversary, and the lighting's a little weird here, so we're going to work with what we have. But this was a widescreen edition, and I remember this like it was yesterday because the day this was released, I wanted it day one. It was a big deal, and I was having my wisdom teeth out, and my friend went to Circuit City, which was kind of like a Best Buy. It was a big box store, and she grabbed this for me so that after I got my wisdom teeth out, I could come home and watch JAWS. Now I'm going to show you what they have. This is when they made DVDs right. They have the disc with disc art, and of course they put a little booklet in here. Tiny little booklet, but still in all, it's a nice little touch. It's the JAWS booklet with chapters. We have a signature from Steven Spielberg, his little pose with the shark, which if you've watched any of the, seen any of the books that they have, that's a famous scene that he did. We have Quint there. And then we have the chapters of the movie, which was a big deal with DVD, and it was a big selling point with DVD. Was that you could actually have bookmarks and chapters, and it was such a revelation in home video. So that was my first ever JAWS DVD. And then we have the next one. This is the 30th edition, and it was also widescreen. So that was that image. They love that image, and I mean, it's such an iconic scene, the poster art. And then these are the bonus features they added. They had a feature, and the big deal was Dolby Digital 5.1, theatrical trailer, deleted scenes, never before available interview with director Steven Spielberg, the making of, a 2-hour documentary featuring interviews with the cast, and JAWS archives. I don't remember if this one came with, no, but this did not come with a book, but it is a 2-disc set. So you get artwork, and disc 2, I believe, was just all special features. But it is really nice to watch these older movies on on DVD every once in a while, because it definitely has that nostalgic feeling, that green and all the stuff that you like with these older horror type movies. So that's JAWS on DVD for the 30th anniversary. And then we actually get to some Blu-rays, and one of my favorites is it's the Universal 100th anniversary. And these, they did for a few movies. And what it is, it's a slipcover. It's a Blu-ray slipcover. And it's closed by Velcro, but I opened it so it would be easier to open one-handed. And what it does is it shows different scenes from the movie, and it'll show different timelines. And it'll also show the year 1975. It shows like The Birds, Charade, Airport, American Graffiti, all various movies that were popular that year. And I just think that's pretty cool because it gives you like Universal Studios in 1975, a snapshot. It also gives you a synopsis of JAWS, and it's 100 years of Universal. So this was done for the 100th anniversary of Universal Studios, and I was just so excited to get this version. I remember everybody talking about it and waiting for it to come out. I don't know if there's any different special features on it. Yeah, it looks, well, you still have the 2-hour documentary. It looks like some of the same things. They do talk about the restoration, deleted scenes, and things like that. So they really did, back in the day, they really did put a lot of effort into the releases, and it's a shame that some of the 4K upgrades that we're getting, they don't even bother to port over the special features, because there's some great special features on some of these editions, but you know, at least we're getting the good picture quality, and we can hang on to our Blu-rays and our DVDs and enjoy those. Now, this was an interesting one. It came out a few years ago, and these were slipcovers that were available at Target for just a few movies. And again, it's a Blu-ray, but it was from Target, and they all had quotes from the movie. So this one, of course, is "You're going to need a bigger boat." And Kelly had to go to so many Targets. No one had them. And she finally found one Target after she probably went to like 7 or 8 Targets. One store had one copy, and they held it for us because she wanted me to have it. And I just love it. Again, it's very much the same with the bonus features and the scenes. And I don't think there's anything new on this. But it's another version of the movie, and I just love it, and I will always treasure this one, and I love the cover, and I love the quote. It's such an iconic quote. And this is the Digibook, the Universal 100th Anniversary Digibook, which technically the Digibook itself, like this, is out of print, but I will show you the inside of it. You get your Blu-ray disc, of course, with disc art, and then you have your picture here, the famous buoy from the beginning, and you get all kinds of interesting little write-ups, little blurbs, pictures, a lot of pictures, and this is the same book, this little booklet right here, this stuff. It's the same booklet that's included with the 4K collector set. So if you have the 4K collector set, technically you have the Digibook. And one of the things I like most are the different posters that they show, the different poster arts that they share. And then you get a DVD, and we all remember this scene, poor Chrissy, and then the back, which seems to have all the same stuff. But it's nice, it's a Digibook, and I'm very happy to have it in my collection. And then we finally got a Blu-ray for Jaws 2, which I really don't think this is a bad sequel. I like that it has most of the cast. I would have loved to have seen Richard Dreyfuss come back, but for whatever reason he didn't. But I love the artwork, and we still have pretty much the same things on the back. We have deleted scenes, making of, Jaws 2, portrayal, we have the music of Jaws, and storyboards and more. So you're getting less and less of the special features, but just to get these movies on the Blu-ray format was fantastic. Now, of course, I bought this multi-pack set because I didn't think I'd ever buy Jaws 3 and The Revenge, but guess who ordered the 4K Steelbooks? Yes, yours truly. So we have the Jaws 3 movie collection, Jaws 2, 3, and The Revenge. You know, they're not terrible movies. You know what? We watch worse shark movies, right? We're shark fans. We watch shark movie fans. We watch worse films than Jaws, The Revenge, and Jaws 3. So it comes with a digital code, and then you get your specs there, and it's just very plain. The discs are very plain. So we have Jaws 2, Jaws 3, and Jaws the Revenge. But I do like that they're not stacked, and that they put the little swing tray in there, and they didn't just pile them all on top of each other. I really do appreciate that. Okay, so now it's time that we hit some 4K. And the first 4K that came out was, of course, Jaws. And we had this cool lenticular action. And you got the Amaray case on the inside. And it also came with the book, which I told you is the same as the Digibook. So that was the first option. And then we got a really nice looking steelbook, which everybody was very happy about. And I do like the image they went with. It's different than what we're used to, so I thought it was a nice change up. And then, of course, we have our doomed swimmer on the back. So that was the first Jaws steelbook, 4K, Jaws 4K steelbook. And I really do like that. Now, the UK offered a Jaws 4K steelbook set, which I don't think I have. So then we had the Jaws slipcover that they offered at a later time. This is the 4K. And again, the bonus features seem to be ones that are ported over from the previously existing Blu-rays and DVDs. So I don't think there's anything new here. It doesn't seem to be. I'm hoping for the 50th that we'll get some new special features brought in for the 50th anniversary, hopefully. And then, of course, I'm going to show you this one. This was a special item I bought for myself. It is a French version of the JAWS Steelbook. So I have that in a protected box. But it's really nice. It has nice embossing, and it has that iconic image. And of course, the language is French. And the back is just plain, but I believe it's yeah, it's a 4K. So is it a 4K? No, it's just a Blu-ray, but I have a region-free player, so I can play it. I haven't, but I could if I wanted to. So that is another Steelbook that I grabbed for myself. It was a birthday gift for myself. I probably paid more than I should have, and probably more than I definitely would today. And then we got JAWS 2, and this is a UK edition that I got from Orbit DVD. It's also a lenticular. I love it. I don't think this was ever available in the United States. This one came with the JAWS 2 Steelbook, which I'm going to show you. It came with art cards and a book. And then on the back, it shows everything that's in it. This was limited to 2,000 copies. And again, very limited with the bonus features, but it is a really beautiful collector's set, and I'm very, very happy that I was able to get one. I got number 1740 of 2000, and I love that. I love the JAWS 2 artwork. I always have. So I think that's really, really nice. And then we got a really cool Steelbook for JAWS 2. I love that they changed it up, and you have the point of view of the shark going after the water skier. I just love that, and it's such a great companion piece to the slipcover variant, which I'm going to show you in a minute, because you have the opposite on that one. And then on the back, we just have the fin. And this is the 4K version. So I love the JAWS 2 Steelbook. And then for the 45th anniversary, they gave us the JAWS 2 slipcover as well for the 4K. And like I said, it's a nice compliment because you have the two viewpoints, one from the shark's viewpoint and then one from if someone was sitting in the boat. And I really, really do appreciate that. I thought that was cool attention to detail. And there's the back, and again, the same kind of bonus features that they have. And then there's the specs for this. It has Dolby Atmos, Ultra HD, 4K, you know, all the goodies, all the good stuff that the people who love the technical specs go for. So it's a really cool edition. And then I had picked this one up, and I got it for cheap, and it was Steelbooks that they were selling over on Zavvi UK. And I happened to see it on eBay for really dirt cheap. It's in mint condition, never even opened. JAWS 3, I love the artwork. I got this, I don't even know, maybe 2 summers ago, and they sold out. They had JAWS 3, JAWS 2, 3, and The Revenge. And I didn't bother to get 2 because we were getting 2 here in the States. I wanted 3. I wasn't going to spend the money for The Revenge, but now I'm getting it anyway, so I'm very happy that I'm going to be able to complete the 4 JAWS movies, because that's just the kind of nut that I am. Okay, so I have a few more things to show you before I get into the little collectibles. And the first one here is the JAWS score on vinyl. And this was put out by Mondo, and you can see this iconic view out of Quint's shack as the orca is headed out to sea to hunt the shark. It's a gatefold 2 record set, and we have our interior artwork. We all know what's happening there. And then just very simple artwork on the back. It shows the orca sinking, and then what we see on side A, B, C, and D. And again, this is a score, not a soundtrack, so it is just you know, it's the music that you hear in the background of the movie, and it's really cool just to put on as you know, some background music when you're doing things around the house and whatnot. And I just enjoy listening to it. So that is the first item I have to show you in this pile. So we're going to move on. And this is a fun one. This was put out by Life magazine for the 45th anniversary of Jaws. It's called The Making of Spielberg's Iconic Film, The Blockbuster, The Score, The Fear. We have that iconic image on the front as always. And then it's just a little Time magazine that just goes through different parts of the movie. They talk about the actors, the making of. It's a really cool book to have. I'm glad that we were able to find it and pick it up. They talk about each actor individually, how difficult it was to shoot the movie, different scenes from the movie, little storyboard things here. It's just really cool. And I'm very happy that I have it. And I read this over and over and over again. I love the pictures. I love learning little bits of trivia about the movie and the making of. So I think books about movies, movies that you love, are really, really fun. And they talk about this scene here, which I flipped past. Okay, this is the scene when they were hunting, when Mrs. Kittner put out the reward money to hunt the shark. They had this tiger shark. It's a real tiger shark, and they had it brought up from, I believe, Florida. And by the time it got to Cape Cod or Nantucket, where they were, Nantucket or Martha's Vineyard, wherever they were filming the movie, once it got there, the shark was actually starting to rot. And as you can see, it's actually falling apart. And they said the smell was so bad, the whole dock stunk. Like everybody was getting sick from the smell of this rotting shark. But I always wondered if the shark was real or if it was a prop, but it was a real shark and it was a real mess. So that was some fun trivia fact that I found out through this Jaws Life magazine. So I'm happy to have that. And one of the best books out there is still available on Amazon. This is a tough one to prop up. All right, it's a soft cover book, but it's like a coffee table book. It's called Jaws Memories from Martha's Vineyard. This is an amazing, amazing coffee table book, and you can just flip through it. I mean, there is so much information. It is just chock full of information, pictures from the movie, articles that were written in the local papers, everything. They talk about everything in the movie. It's an amazing, amazing book. And I just love it. I go through this all the time, and I'm always finding something new. They talk about different people that worked on the set, things that happened, problems they had with the shark. I mean, the shark was notorious for having problems. And I just really, really love this book. And I'm just so happy to have it in my collection. And I just go over this. I'll sit down and read it for 15, 20 minutes. And it never gets old. You always find something new. And I love books like this. I love movie books. So I have a whole collection of movie books. And if you're ever interested in seeing that, I can always do a video on my movie book collection. But this is one of my favorites, Jaws Memories from Martha's Vineyard. It's a good one. Okay, so here we are at a new location, and I'm going to show you the collectibles that I have for Jaws. Now, I don't have anything crazy. I just have a few things that I like to keep around the movie room, put on shelves and whatnot. And one of the first ones that I have is a mini Funko Jaws shark with the tank in the mouth. I'm not sure if this one is still available. I got it right over on Amazon. It was really inexpensive, but when I did a search on it recently, it didn't show up as available anymore. It just came up as not available. But you can probably find these, I would say, on eBay, but you might get robbed. I think this was only like $9. It was very inexpensive. And then I have the Funko Pops that they made. We have Hooper, who I think they did a great job on. He's got his little backpack, his hat. I think this is when he arrived on the island. So we have Hooper, of course. I mean, come on. Of course we have Quint. So I think they did a really great job capturing the image of Quint. He's got his spear gun. He's got his hat. And some of the, not him, but some of them have holes in the bottom so you can stand them up, because I know these, they tend to be top heavy and they do fall over. And I have them on a shelf now so they won't fall and break, because Hooper kept jumping off the shelf. And here we have Chief Brody with his chum bucket and his cigarette. He's very stressed out, so you know he's smoking, chain smoking on the boat, but He's got the little scoop and the chum bucket, and I think they did a really great job on him. So I think they're all really cool, and they sit on a shelf, which you will see when I do the room tour. And of course, I got the large shark, and I got the one with the compressed air barrel in the mouth. And I'll show you him from the front. So this is what you get from the front. And there's that. Now I did get the regular shark, and I gave it to my dad because he is a huge Jaws fan. He's right up there with us, all of us Jaws fans. So he has this on the mantle. Him and my mom have one on the mantle at their house. Now, interesting fact about this one, I looked it up on Amazon. It's going for $200. I mean, I would never pay $200 for a plastic shark, but you know what, the scalpers, they do what they do. But this is a really cool addition, and I love how it sits in the room, and you'll see it in the room tour, and I promise the room tour is coming. But you'll see where everybody sits. Now, this is supposed to be a 3D poster, which I think they did such a great job on it. It looks so much better in person than it did on the website where I looked it up, and everybody said it was better in person. They got so much detail on the shark. That's the shark. Got all the teeth, and it's nice. It's got a lot of weight to it. It's got the nice Jaws branding, and it's just really cool. And I love the way it looks when it sits on the shelf, and I'm very happy that I ended up, you know, just going for it and adding it to my collection because it really is very cool. And I have a VHS, I may have shown this before, but a VHS Jaws light. And this is an Etsy find. They're all over Etsy. I forget the store that I bought this from, but if I remember it, I will link it down below because the gal was great. She boxed 2 together and saved me a lot of money on shipping because I believe this came from the UK. But not only do you get to pick the movie, so if Jaws isn't your movie, you can pick whatever movie you want. You can pick what color LED lights they put in this. And I probably should have gone with blue, but I went with green, and I don't know. I still like it. I think the green looks fine. I think it looks cool when I light it up in the background, and I do enjoy it. I have another one for Halloween, which I think I showed with my Halloween collection. So that is the Jaws VHS light, which, like I said, I will try to link in the description the exact store where I got it because the gal was great. And we have 2 NECAs, 2 of 3. They did Hooper. And you can see he has his hat, he has a different head, his styrofoam cups that he crushes, his duffel bag, his outfit. And this is considered Hooper Amity Arrival. Now, it was rumored that they were going to do all 3. And all they did Hooper and they did Quint. So I have Hooper and Quint. And Quint is great. I'm not sure what's in the corner there, but Hooper looks great. He's got his machete, his bat, his headband, his beer cans. He has different hands to add. But I think they did a great job on these. And I just wish they did Chief Brody. Now, I am going to a convention at the end of August, I believe. And if they have a Chief Brody, it will be at that convention because that's where you find things like that. So I am on the hunt for Chief Brody because I can't find him online and I need him added to my collection. So I'm going to continue. Let's see, we'll grab this. This is one of the barrels. This is made of metal. It's pretty hefty. It's got the little tracker that Hooper added to it. So this is the first barrel they put on the shark. It has the Jaws branding. But the best part is, for anyone who enjoys drinking things out of bottles, you know what I'm saying? It's a bottle opener. So you can use it as a bottle opener, or like I do, just keep it on the shelf in its box. We also have, I am an enamel pin collector. That's a lot to spit out. So this is the Out to Sea limited edition of 100. I don't know how accurate that is, but that is an iconic scene. It's the same scene that you saw on the Mondo soundtrack, the score, the vinyl score that I showed you. So that's a pretty iconic scene, and that's that. So I love that pin. I just need to put it up on my pin board. I got a deck of playing cards, these are very expensive. I think I found them in a gift shop when I was out one day, and I think they were like $3 or $4. They're not expensive, and They just have different pictures of the shark and things like that, scenes from the movies. I haven't even opened them yet, but I looked at them online. And I got this. I definitely found in a gift shop. I believe it was on Cape Cod. It was for the 45 years of Jaws, so for the 45th anniversary. And you can see around it, it says you're going to need a bigger boat. So there's that iconic improv line from Chief Brody. And it also says, "Welcome to Amity Island." So I really like that. I think it's cool. And this one is numbered as well, 1538. I'm not sure how many of these they made. I'm sure they'll be making something like this, if not the same thing, for the 50th, which is coming up. And I have only a few more things. This is a shadow box poster. Again, very inexpensive. It has a button down here that I'm not going to press, which makes it light up, and it actually plays the theme music. And I don't want to get any issues with copyright, but you can unscrew it, put the batteries in, and it will light up and it will play. And it came in this little box here, which is what I usually keep it in, but it's all branded the way all the stuff is. You see the orca sinking there and whatnot. So these are just all fun little things that you can very easily find on Amazon or little gift shops, what have you. This JAWS magnet came with that shadow box. So for around $5 or so, you get the shadow box and a fridge magnet or wherever you want to put the magnet. I have two Hallmark Christmas tree ornaments that I just use as display pieces in the movie room. This is the first one. I have to add a string to it if I decide ever to put it on the tree, but it's the shark with the 3 barrels attached to it. It also, I don't have a battery in it because I haven't used it, but if you press the button, it also plays the notorious theme music. So you have that one. And then the most recent one, I believe this was from 2020, is the shark with the barrel. And then you have, the water, and you have a nice leather band to hook it to the tree. And it also has some nice little piece of like faux metal JAWS branding. So these are really cool. It's cool for the Christmas tree, and it's also a really nice display piece in the room. So we have that. And the last thing I have here to show you is the Funkoverse game. Now, I'm not into playing the games. I just thought it was cool. I thought it was a nice display piece. It has Quint, it has the shark. I really enjoy it, and I really enjoy having this. I've never played the game, but they have them for a bunch of movies, and that's what the game is. I don't really know what the point of it is, but for me, it's just a collection piece. So that is the last collection piece that I have at the moment. So these are my little JAWS collectibles. So you've seen the trick-or-treat mask, you've seen the movies, the books, the soundtrack on vinyl, and now these are the collectibles that I have to date. And I want to thank everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was fun for you, something a little different. I like to share when I collect for certain movies. I don't do these type of collections for every movie, but if it's a favorite, I definitely grab collectibles when I see them. So again, I want to thank everyone for watching, and I appreciate each and every one of you who takes time to click on these videos. If you enjoy things like this, collection updates, top 10 lists, movie recommendations, anything that has to do with physical media, feel free to hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so you know when I upload again, which will probably be Thursday. I'm going to upload a few videos before the end of the weekend, and we'll keep things rolling along. So that's going to do it for me today, and I will catch you in the next one. So for now, that's a wrap.